Hey, Coach here. In today's video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I use when I edit my videos on CapCut. Hope you enjoy.
Coach Kage and the kid are a team, playing games for the shared dream. Fun and smiles they always bring, side by side they can do anything. When one wins, we all win, side by side through thick and thin. Coach Kage and the kid you see, bringing fun to you and me.
This video is brought to you by Control Freak, the best in grips and accessories for your gaming experience. Use the code on the screen to save yourself 12%.
Okay, so what am I going to edit? I think I'm going to do this 2K clip. So this is CapCut. Let me go all the way out here. Close all this stuff. All right. And I guess you would know, my little stream folder. So just so you know, yep, CapCut. Right. If you don't have CapCut, I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. So most of the edits I do at work. So it's harder for me to do edits on my computer, honestly, for the stuff that I do. But the phone, I mean, it works really well for me. So what are you gonna do? So first thing, can you see that at the bottom? Yeah. So scroll over to aspect ratio, right? You'll actually see the little TikTok one right there. Click that, hit the check mark, right? So then for these, you click on the clip itself. See how it kind of highlighted with the white right there? And you can actually see the blue box around the actual video. Then what you want to do, you're going to spread, like, zoom it out that you do on like your computer or your phone and make it take up the full picture, right? Good. All right, so now it's full screen. All right. Now what I'll usually do, because I do my own commentary for a lot of stuff, so I will say highlight on the clip there. You're going to go to volume as you scroll down the bottom there. See how it's moving? Volume, take that all the way down. So now there's no sound on the clip itself. Okay. Then I'm going to watch the whole clip and see what I'm like actually looking to do. So you see, like in this play, guy misses a layup, goes back around, comes over there. Looks like somebody misses a shot. Try to see why I actually recorded this clip to see what I'm trying to do. I think this is one where a buddy makes this really crazy layup that hit the top of the backboard. I think that's what it is. I'll see when he drives down. It is. Okay. So then I'm going to try to find out, because a rush. Oh, cool. Most clips on TikTok, you're talking no more than like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So 30 seconds to a minute. So most of my clips are around 30 to 45 seconds, give or take. So once I find the part that I'm looking for, I am going to just find a spot where I can start it. So right where that guy catches the ball is a pretty good one. You'll see the white line right there on the clip itself. So keep that there. That's the spot I want. And then you'll see at the bottom there, split. I'm going to split that, and I can delete the first part of the video. So now this is a 12-second video. That's all that's happening. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure the camera moves to where I want to see it. So first I'm going to put this in the center there where that guy gets the ball, the AI player, right? Then there's these things called markers, right? So if you look to the top right, there's like a little diamond. I don't know how to put my hand up there. Use my right hand, that might be better. No, because the camera doesn't work that way. If you look to next to the play button, you see like a little diamond right before you get to that little kind of rewind arrow, right? That's a marker. Markers are specific points in the video where you can make stuff happen if you want, right? For me, I use it to zoom in, zoom out, different camera angles, stuff like that. So for this, I'll move this over and I'm gonna set a marker right there because he's getting ready to pass the ball. Once I move it, I can then slide the screen over to where it's getting passed to, right? And as I move, you'll see there's diamonds on the screen, right? Now that he's got the ball, what happens there? Guy jumps. So what I might want to do, if you always want to go back, you can just hit that little arrow next to the diamond and it'll undo the move. So that's basically undo move. That's the undo button. There you go. All right, so I like that marker, move that there. And then once you put one marker down, you don't have to keep hitting the marker button. It'll keep adding them for you. So I'm gonna push that over there, but also zoom in a little bit. And zooming in is just like you do anything else, you're spreading out. Sounds weird. So now you'll see as it goes across, it's going to zoom and move at the same time as that guy jumps. And then I want to move a little bit further over to show how far he jumps. All right. Now it's zoomed in on this guy. And then he's going to drive. So as he moves, I'm going to move the camera as well. And every time I slide that over, it's going to move the camera. So as it plays fully, the camera's going to move each point. So I'm going to keep doing that as he moves, right? He's still there. He's trapped. This is a weird play. Keep moving it with him. Now, as he gets further away, I'm going to need to zoom in more, right? And then adjust the camera to where it's at. And keep doing that till you get to the end of the play or whatever you're clipping. Go a little bit closer because I was so far away from him. This it's not going to be the greatest, but also probably not going to use this video like that. You see how they're kind of fuzzy as close as you get because I'm way back. And so with 2K, especially these kind of clips, it's looking at your angle. So everybody else is, they're not the focus. You're the focus. Right. So get up there and he's close to the basket. So I'm going to try to zoom in even more without it getting too fuzzy. And watch as he throws the ball on top of the basket and it still goes in. And as that happens, we're going to zoom back out. Move the camera back a little bit. And zoom all the way back out. So when you get to like this small, you see those little crosshairs? That's how you know the video or whatever the picture is in the center of your main screen. And then you can pull it back out. And it actually vibrates and clicks on the phone when you like hit borders. So that helps. And then it'll go back to that main set. So in this black section here, CapCut will automatically put an ending on your video with obviously their logo. You can actually just take that off and do your own ending if you want. So you see where it says add ending, right? You just hit the plus sign to the right there. And I usually have stock photos and stuff that I use. And the one I usually use is my image, right? That's me as Jurassic Park. Oh, I think it's cool too. You know what I'm saying? So that's green. And just to fix that, right? I do green screen backgrounds on certain things. This one, I didn't have to, but when I did background remover, because this does have a background remover, and I'll probably go through that too, it was taking out the white in the picture as well, and I couldn't do that. So no matter what other color I used, it kept taking out too many colors. So I did a green screen. To take that off, as I scroll down, you'll see at the bottom here, and you can always tell what portion of the video. Oh, graphics are fine. Thank you. Appreciate that. Video editing is a lot of fun. It's probably what I have the most fun doing because you can be super creative with it and add whatever you want. And I'll kind of show you how it's easy to do on the phone, and it's easier for me to do on the phone. I think it's easier for a lot of people because the computer it has the same features. It's just what they call it, user interface is different. And the way I do it is harder on the computer, but my way is not perfect by any stretch. It's just, it works for me. All right. So as you scroll down the bottom, you see where it says remove BG. That's remove background, right? And it does have a program where it automatically remove it, but I don't do that for green screen. You go to chroma key, and a lot of people know what chroma key is now at this point. It removes a certain color. So you see the little white circle with the checkerboard. You move that into the green area and it takes away all the green, right? Hit your little check mark. And so basically the video looks like this now, right? And this is still only now 13 seconds by adding the picture in there, right? Plays, goes over to him, does his little move, gets to the basket. What is that? So then I got to think, all right, what am I trying to say with this video, right? So I think this is not to take anything away from my buddy or anything like that. I think 2K has some flaws in it, and I try to show those out, whether it be people or the gameplay, software, whatever. So I want to make fun of the fact that this shot went in. So, but I want to have to replay it over and over again. So it could look like one of my other videos, and I'll pull that up while I show you like finished product videos. So go to my own TikTok. Which one is this? Yeah, this one here.
Is 2K25 the worst in the series?
Yes.
Now that may be true, Wayne, but let's take a look at the tape. So here you'll see a guy at the free throw line. He misses because it shows 0%.
I swear to God, that never happens.
Don't worry, the game's gonna let him make the next one.
Oh, great heavens!
Now fast forward to the next series. This guy's gonna get a wide open lane, but can you guess what happens? He misses it, then he makes it, then he misses it again.
Yeah.
I was so beside myself, I fainted.
So something like that, or was it this one? Yeah, this one. What I just put out.
2K25.
This is what movies is made of.
Yeah.
Well, this defense is definitely foul. But a little bump on the shot, yeah, that could be a foul.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, jumping into them while they're shooting, yeah, I could see that. But if both those are fouls, what in the world is this?
Oh my God!
Run that back.
Let's see how you see the reverse and the
Are you
repeat.
serious?
Oh my God!
Maybe 2K should ask Carl what a foul is.
Yeah.
What is a foul in 2K?
All right. So close that out. So that was one of the videos I've done where I put a lot into that. So if you want to see actually what that is while I work on this one, I don't know if I still have that one in here. These are all videos that I've made recently. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. And so you can see like what a finished product kind of looks like. So as you scroll around, see all the splits. That little blue wave there is audio. That's actually my voiceover. No, I've actually never edited live. No, this is the first time I actually did this because I thought about it at work and I was like, because a friend of mine asked me recently to help out with editing. We just haven't had time to get together to do it. And I actually put one of these out on Twitter showing like kind of what goes into it, at least what it looks like. So if I even break it down, the audio, you see each audio clip at the bottom there, different sounds, different, I guess crescendos and decrescendos. Oh, awesome. Thank you. And then yes, slowed down. You can actually see in this extracted cut right there, there's a little timer on there and I'll show you how to do all that, do speeds and all that kind of stuff. And then if you look at the actual, I don't think I did any overlays in this one. Yeah, overlays are a whole different thing I'll talk about. But yeah, these are clips from YouTube. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, to get those kind of edits in the middle. And go back to the clip I was doing. Was this one? No, I want the 12 one, not that one. What I was just doing. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to delete it. There we go. All right, so for clips, like little edits and stuff like that, what I do is I go to YouTube, right? So for this, and I try to think the narration I want to say. And so if I wanted to say like, you know, have you ever seen any unbelievable shot? Oh, sorry. Any unbelievable shots in, 2K25. Then I want to find a clip with something that says like, yes, or of course, or indubitably, or some kind of funny way to say, of course I have. So sometimes I have stock ones, and I don't think I have any stock ones in this one. But if I want to say it, I may have to say it somewhere here. So I might have to extend this clip. Now, if you want to add more to the video that you've already cut, you can actually see where the little white box is on the outside there in the beginning. You can drag that over and it'll give you, because you started with an original clip that was a minute long. I cut it down to 12 seconds. It's not like that stuff disappears, like it's gone forever. You just cut it. So then you can extend that out and make it whatever you want at that point. So if I want to do that, I would start here. If I said, you know, have you ever seen crazy shot in 2K? Wherever I want to stop it, I'm going to hit split right there. Okay. And then we're going to go to YouTube. Where's my YouTube? And go to any YouTube, right? I'll turn the volume down so I don't hit clips on fucking everything. And if I would say like, what have I used before? Oh, I think I used Wayne. Yeah. So if I did Letterkenny. So let's just use that one. And I'll pause there really quick. So yeah, preface, I watch a lot of TV and I've watched a lot of movies in all my years. So typically I know a lot of like random quotes or random scenes of especially movies that I like. Letterkenny is one of the funnier shows that I've seen. So I use that on occasion. We were actually just watching it, me and my wife, before I came to start streaming. All right, so I know where this is about here.
Yeah.
So then if I was going to use that part, go back a little bit. What you want to do is hit screen record, right? We're going to do screen record. Wait till it pops up as recording. You see that little red thing. Well, you can't see it on my phone, but you know what screen record is?
I don't think that's how they do it.
I'd have to hear it again.
Yes.
So if I just wanted to use that one, for example,
porno guys aren't busy finding some.
and we'll go back to CapCut. Right, so now you have your split there. All you do here, hit that little plus sign on the right there. You're going to go to the video that you just recorded. That should be the next one in your phone. We're going to trim it down to that yes part. So right about there. And then right. If that's all, let's see. So let's turn it back a little bit. So it only lets you scroll, pinch it down to 1 second. Yeah, you can only go down to 1 second on the video. So take it down to 1 second or whatever you find. You got to add it in there, right? Now, I'm going to spread that timeline out a little bit. And you're going to click on that video. Now you got to actually transform that. So you're going to scroll all the way down to transform, right? And resize. Then you're just going to move the borders to take out all the YouTube stuff. All right. So then you basically just have a regular video. So now that's too small, obviously. So then you spread it out. Now you can go full screen with it like that. You can even do smaller and then do a background fill, whatever you want to do. But I usually do full screen. So then the video would start like this. You do your narration. Then it would switch to that. Now it doesn't have sound because I have it muted. To turn the volume back on any clip, you just click the clip and then hit the volume button and turn the volume back up. I'm not gonna do that right now. And then you have that. So that's how you add and edit in there. And you can do that with any YouTube video, anything you have recorded. Screen record is the easiest thing to do. And it gives you a lot of options. Searching out YouTube videos is kind of tough sometimes, depending if there's one specific thing you want. But sometimes just keep 5 on hand that you could probably use regularly. You can always pop them in there. All right, so to make something like what I did in that last one where it was like a repeat, you see where it hits the top of the backboard there. So what I think I would do is once it goes in, that would be one place to split it, but I don't want to split it on, what does that say? Oh, that's me. On that diamond there, on that marker. So I'm gonna split it right before that. And then where it actually hit the top of the backboard. Or actually maybe when he shot it. Yeah. So click on that there. And we're gonna do it right before he shot it. Split there. So now that you have that one little piece, right? What I would do is then you duplicate it. All right. So this is Mike's not wrong. It is a lot of work. You can see I've been doing this for what, 15 minutes? This is started out as a 1 minute clip down to a 12-second piece. Down to me talking about it has been 15 minutes. Now, when you're doing this on your own, obviously you can go faster. So you kind of know what you want. I'm just kind of giving you like a roundabout, I guess, tutorial, if you would. So then what I would do is I would duplicate this, right? So you duplicate that and I would do it a couple of times, right? If I wanted to. So the first part of it is this part. And then, for that second part, when I close in upon it, I would, is that the one? That's all the same one. Yep. Okay. So I would clip that second one. Yep. You see how it's bordered out right there, right? Then you can go into, where am I looking at? Where's it at? Other one just said reverse. Yeah. No, replace. Extract. Reverse. Yeah. See reverse down there. Reverse. And you'll see it as it operates. It'll reverse that clip. The same thing, just backwards, right? All right. So now that is reversed, right? So it comes here, plays that, and then it goes backwards. But for any kind of reverse clip, you're not going to go as slow as you did in the actual play clip. So you click back on that and you see speed right down there. Now, how you change speed, you can do a curve where, so a curve is when you've seen a curve, you can start slow, go fast or slow. I don't really do curves. I do just normal. And then I just actually change the speed. So if you go left, slows it down. If you go right, speeds it up. You can go up to 100 times. So I kind of play around with it and see. So that's 2 times. When it goes faster, obviously it shortens that thing down. So how it would look if you started from the beginning, it would go through that. You get your edit clip, follows the guy around. Now at this point, you're thinking about your narration, or you already have the ideas for your narration. Shows that, goes in, wait a minute, go back and does it again. Make sense? So you can do that as many times as you want. You can add your own sounds, and you can add your little edits in there. Audio is really just recording stuff, right? You go to audio, you hit record, and you then do your own narration. If you wanted to do sounds, they have their own sounds in here. I do a lot of extracted sounds, and I do extracted sound. Oh, what up, Stone? What's up, buddy? I do a lot of extracted sound. You see this whole folder is extracted sounds. How you extract a sound, it's the same way you would do the edits, the clips of the videos, right? You go to YouTube. I don't have to record that thing again. Go into your sounds, your audio. So I'm gonna back up there. So yeah, you go into audio. You're gonna go into extract, and then you just choose the video that you recorded or what your sound from. But yeah, so to extract audio, you find the video file or whatever you want to extract from. You click that and just add it. That's really it. And then you can clip and cut in the sound, right, to make it fit whatever you're doing. Let's pull it from my folder. Just put a sound in there. Nope, not that one. So that's the only thing about this I don't like in this program is that you can't name the files. So it's tough. This one? Yeah. Okay. So that's the Street Fighter sound, right? You can hear that. Right. Okay. So you see how long the file is, because when I recorded it, you have to try to get as best you can. If it's longer, you just take that piece out there. All right. And now you can move this anywhere up and down the timeline that you want, wherever you want to put it. So where I would normally put it is where this guy dove right there. So I'm gonna move that over here. And so I try to place it. Luckily, you have this little line there that tells you where you are on that. And all this is a timeline of a video. So right as he throws it, you'll see that guy in the blue dive. So what I would do is I put that right about there when he's diving. So it didn't hit too hard. So we're going to move that up a little bit. And that was too much. So what I would probably do is right here, I'd slow it down. So it goes too fast, him diving. So I need to slow that down. So there's the dive, right? So I've now split that off. That's this little section right here. So now I'm just going to slow that down. And let's do it like down to 0.4. Right about there. So then that would look like here. And so it kind of works a little bit better, right? You can even make it even slower to emphasize the fact that he is diving at absolutely nothing. Like he's not going to get the ball. So make it even slower. See if that works better. And then it speeds back up. So that sound is too loud all the way through, right? So you can fade in and out of sounds. So I would fade this out. Let me go back a little bit just to make sure you see that. So you click on the sound, right? I don't know why I'm looking this way, because I'm looking at the screen, the OBS. I should be looking this way. So you click on the sound, and then you see the fade. I'm looking at myself. You see the fade button at the bottom. Hit the fade, and you can fade out as much as you want. And you can see on the sound how it's tapered off there. And then you can even make it, because that sound doesn't last that long. You can do it to, honestly, wherever you start talking again, or wherever you want to start talking again, right? So it goes there. And that's it, right? That's how you tailor sounds. You can even change the volume of the sound by setting volume. You can add effects to stuff. And this is stuff you can always play with on your own. Audio effects will change the way something sounds. Like if I did, let's see, is there like a cave echo? It'll echo, right? I don't like the echoes, but depending on what you want to do, there's so many different options for sound on here. That's great. Enhancing, so all this other stuff you can always play with. Isolate voice I would use if there's multiple voices or like background noise in something, and you just want the person talking and not whatever noise in the background, you can actually isolate the person talking, take out all that, and it'll do it for you, right? And reduce noise, be like static or anything like that. So, I was gonna show you for any kind of picture that you wanted to take backgrounds out of. So say you have a photo or anything. What do I got? A bunch of stuff with my kid there. So many videos. So many videos. See if I got any good photos. Okay, let's just use this photo of Karl Anthony Towns doing his zesty impressions. He's hilarious. All right, so say you didn't want that in the middle of your stuff. Say you want it as an overlay. You can do it one of two ways. You can start from the main menu here and just hit overlay. Or if you happen to do it like I did, where I accidentally put it in there as a main part of the timeline, you can click on that main part and scroll all the way over, and there is a little thing that says overlay. So I can make that an overlay instead, and then it adds it on top of whatever your clip is. See, you wouldn't be able to see anything because it takes up the full screen. So to remove the background, you're already clicked on the picture there. You're going to hit remove background, right? And I usually just do auto removal, see what it does first, and see how it processes. And there you go. Now you have removed all the background except for dude there. And then you can take that picture, you can make it smaller, bigger, turn it, whatever, right? Whatever kind of fits your stuff, right? You can even animate these kind of things too. And it's the same thing that you do with the markers in the main timeline. Say I want him to move from like left to right. Now you can do it like a simple way and do an animation. There's like an animation button, I think, for these. You'll see the animation button right there next to splice. So you can do animation. That's one way. That's a very simple way. Say you want him to go to the left. Hit slide left, and you can change the timing of it, right? So that's at half a second. That's at 3 seconds, and he'll slowly move. And it will go as far as you have it. So if I want the end position to be there, just all the way from right of screen, left of screen, I would just move his position or the start point of the picture to the far end of the screen, then have it animate and then however fast I want it to go. So then it would look like that, right? And so I've done that with different videos where sound will be attached to it, or I think I did it with me as a farting unicorn once. I've done a bunch of different things with these. That's a simple way to do it, or you can do it with markers. Maybe you want them to go up and over. Like, so if you want to do that, let's say I take out the animation. If I wanted him to go up and over, I would start him here, right? That's where his start position is. Then I would set up a marker there. I would only go over once the red disappears from the diamond, and then I would slightly move him there. So this is almost like stop motion animation. It's the same principle. Then I would go the next one. So once it disappears, the red, I'd move him in a different position. Wait till it disappears the red, move him in a different position. And you keep doing that until you get kind of the animation that you want. Then I'm gonna have him go down a little bit more there. Go down and down and down until it's off the screen. And then it would look like this. See? Does that make sense? So that's basic animation with that stuff, man. What else can I show you on here? I think I've shown you overlays, how to remove backgrounds, how to do sounds. Easiest way to get sounds that are funny is literally, honestly, get it from YouTube, do screen record, extract the audio, it puts it in an automatic file for you. You can use them anytime. For any kind of edits that you want to add to your videos, YouTube as well, screen record, transform them down, so cut them, and then expand them out however you want. So just to show you a couple examples of my TikToks. I don't know if that's like free promotion of me doing this stuff. There you go. This is one of the first ones I thought that was really good. I think I had like 5,000 views on this one. For Call of Duty. Yeah, it's not bad. Not too bad at all. And so, and this wasn't even like how they actually looked back then. I don't even have any of the old. I might have one on my YouTube. Let me actually check there. From our first YouTube. I have to scroll all the way down with that too. What is this? Oh, this was the first, yeah, this was, I made something like this. Yeah. That was it an intro video I basically did? It was just his stuff, yeah. So I made that beat too. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but yeah. Such a horrible beat. It's so bad. But yeah, that's like, it was like a highlight video of like a channel trailer for us. And that's what I was trying to do. That was like one of our first logos too. Like our first banner I did. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's not the first video I made though. I mean, I didn't be able to find it anymore. Yeah, look, see, look, that was my logo there. See my face, my dumb face with the hat. Yeah, that's actually my buddy's hat. The picture was taken at a bar years ago, and I was like, oh, that looks like that'll work. One of those things. Yeah, so this is my very, I think, first highlight video. Look at that logo. That's high quality right there. It's a high quality logo. Same beat. Yeah, same beat. I didn't know. Yeah, look, I started using transitions. Yeah. Wow. Beat's so bad. I thought it was fire when I made it though. I was like, oh my God, look, I made a beat. It wasn't a great beat. It was not a great beat. But I had some pretty good clips back then though. I've always been talented at 2K. I'll give you that. But that's pretty much, yeah. That's kind of like a run through of CapCut there. Yeah. Hopefully you learned something. I'm too hard on myself. No, my wife says that too. You know, honestly, no, I know she's proud of me for a lot of the stuff I've done. I'm proud of me too. Like, you know, learning this kind of stuff and just being able to play around with it. I've been able to help other people out with it. You know, guys have reached out to me on TikTok. I've made clips for them to kind of get an idea like how I would do it. And then it kind of sparks their own creativity to do their own thing. And that's, I think, what a lot of this is about. And, you know, I hope when people see my clips, they get their own kind of creativity or their little juices flowing and going, okay, I like what he did there. Let me see what I can do with this. And, you know, go from there. Like how I got, you know, channel points and sounds and emotes is from watching all of you guys, like people that I try to regularly watch and say, oh man, and I just reach out to them on Discord or a message like, hey, how did you do that? Like, what did you use? Help me. And yeah, so how my stream looks the way it does, how I got into using Mix It Up and how I learned like all kind of different things. I learned from everybody out here. So thank everybody who's influenced me, and I hope I get to influence people too. Well, that's about it. Hopefully my tips and tricks will help you make your own video edits and help you create some really cool stuff. If you can, please check out our other videos on our YouTube and try to follow us on all our social media platforms. Till next time, bye.